New videos every day.
Life, wisdom, Psychetruth, massage.
Hi, it's Jen. I'm here today with my good friend Courtney, and I'm going to show you guys some really simple Swedish massage techniques to work on the fronts of the legs. So Courtney's been doing some yoga and said that her thighs are feeling kind of sore. So this is a perfect chance to give her a little bit of love, and I'll show you guys some really easy things you can do. All right, so I'm just going to start with a little bit of coconut oil. It's my favorite kind of oil to use during massage. So I'm just going to apply this oil evenly across her leg. This is going to help to moisturize her skin as well as give a little bit of glide, making it easier for me to massage the length of her leg. So after I have the oil smoothed onto her skin, I'm just taking some nice long smooth strokes all the way from her ankle up to the top of her thigh. I'm using a nice even pressure through both of my hands, and I'm distributing that pressure through both of my palms really evenly, so there's no particular place that's getting more pressure than anywhere else. This helps to improve circulation, so we're moving any fluids, any blood or lymphatic fluid that can pool at the feet and ankles. We're just helping to move that fluid back towards the heart. This is one of the major benefits of Swedish massage, is improved circulation. So this is a nice way to start to help your partner relax, improve that circulation, smooth oil over their skin. So this is a really great way to start a massage. So here I'm going to just focus my attention on the tops of her thighs here. So I'm using my thumb and part of the heel of my hand here to make some big, broad circles across the middle of her thigh and out laterally towards the sides. So I'm just working my way up and back down her thigh. So from here, I'm going to isolate the individual muscles. And so the quadricep group is made of 4 different muscles. You have 3 right in a row, right next to each other, along the inside, down the middle, and across the outside. So these 3 muscles work together. And then laying right on top, you have one big fat long muscle that runs from the top of your hip down just below your knee. So by moving my hand a little closer towards the outside of her leg, I'm able to isolate that long muscle along the lateral side. I feel she's got a little bit of knots here, little crunchy places. That's probably where she's feeling a little sore. So I'm not going to use too much pressure there because it's probably already kind of tender, a little sensitive. So just using the flat part of the heel of my hand, I'm able to apply a broad pressure and just move any lactic acid away from the area to be filtered by lymph nodes that gather here in the crease of the hip. And I'll move towards the medial aspect of her legs, so working a little more towards the inside. Again, I'm isolating that muscle along the inside of her thigh. I'll work my hand all the way up towards her hip and come back down towards her knee. And to work that one right down the middle, I'm going to make some small circles using the flat parts of my knuckles here. So again, I'm working down the center and moving these circles out towards the sides, but I'm working straight down the center, getting into that meaty tissue at the very front of her thigh. And again, using my thumb and the flat part, the heel of my hand, just moving into those broad circles again. I'll continue moving down her leg, and as I make my way, I'm going to stop and just give her knee a little bit of love by making some circles with my hands, circling all the way around her kneecaps. So this is an area of the body that most massage therapists don't really spend a lot of time on. The knee can be kind of a sensitive area, so I think people feel kind of intimidated or scared to work here. But as long as you're not using a tremendous amount of pressure, it actually feels really, really good to have some hands working around your knees. It's pretty amazing how good it can feel. So here I'm just using my thumbs and tracing a big circle all the way around her kneecap. This is just helping me to access some of those attachment points. And another nice thing to do is moving my fingertips along the outside edges of her knees and just making little circles here. So you get a little knee love, which most people don't think about would feel really good, but it actually feels pretty amazing. So this is one way to really improve the quality of your massage and improve your partner's experience. And then making my way down the lower part of her leg, I'm just alternating my hands back and forth, moving from her ankle up to her knee. So you'll notice here there's that big flat shin bone, and typically it doesn't really feel that good to massage on someone's bones. So when you're working on the front of someone's leg, you're going to want to move to the outside of that shin bone, which is called the tibia, and work into the muscle tissue just to the outside of that tibia, which is one of your major players when it comes to walking. So this muscle along the front of your shin here flexes your foot. So every single step you take is utilizing this muscle here. So people can sometimes have some trigger points or some tender spots. So you don't need to use a lot of pressure here to have a really positive effect. Here I'm just using the flat parts of my thumbs, again making a nice kind of circular motion as I work my way up towards her knee. Then moving even more laterally to the side, you'll feel even some other muscles underneath. Here I notice a little knot of tension, so I'm not even using more pressure necessarily, as much as I'm just kind of isolating that area, acknowledging that there's a little tension there. And just continue making my way all the way up towards her knee. And then I'll make my way towards the inside of her shin bone. It's pretty easy to find where that boundary is. And here you're actually working into some of the calf muscles, which is another grouping of muscles, all one layered on top of another. And because of this angle, you have a pretty good access to all the layers of muscles. So I'm just using my thumb, again, making that circular motion so I can really just run my finger across all of the layers of muscles, accessing everything from the deepest muscles to the most superficial. You can also use the flat parts of your knuckles. This is another great way to access all that good meaty tissue. And coming all the way down to her ankle and the tops of her feet. I like to run my thumbs from the tops of the toes across the top of her foot all the way up to her ankle. So this is an area of the body that doesn't usually get a lot of attention. Same with the knees. So it's just another one of those areas that feels really good to be massaged, that most people don't spend a lot of time on. So if you include this in your massage, then it kind of sets you apart, kind of sets you above the rest, which is really nice. That's what really makes the difference in your partner's experience and the quality of the work that you're offering. And I'll finish up again with a nice long stroke all the way from her ankle up towards her thigh, and moving right back down. And you can finish this up by scooping your hand underneath your partner's ankle. Get a good grip on their heel. I'll use my opposite hand to come across the top of her ankle, then just gently lean my weight back to give her a nice traction pull on her leg, which actually is going to access the muscles deep in her hip. So if there's any tension or tightness being stored in her hips, which, let's face it, we all have tight hips, then this is a really nice way to start to stretch and access those muscles and relieve some tension through the hip. It's interesting that something as far away as your ankle, by moving and stretching your ankle, it's actually going to work all the way up into your hip, but it just goes to show how our bodies are deeply connected, and every single part is connected and has an effect on every other part. It's pretty amazing, these bodies that we live in. So that is just a little sample of some Swedish massage techniques you can do to loosen up tension throughout the entire front side of the leg, from the thighs, across the knees, at the shins, and across the top of the foot. This is going to help your partner really melt and relax. Great for runners, cyclists, or yogis, gymnasts. Anybody that's really athletic or doing a lot of work with their legs is going to appreciate this work, as well as people who spend a lot of time sitting, people that are driving a lot. Everybody can really benefit from getting some nice massage work in their legs. So if you haven't already, favorite this video so you can come back, follow along for the second leg. You want to leave your partner feeling balanced, giving them good work on both sides. And visit my website, jenhilman.com, to learn more about me and my practice. Leave me some comments below. It's really awesome to get your feedback. I love hearing from you guys. So give me a little shout out below, and subscribe to the Psychetruth channel so you will have access to my complete library of videos, massage videos, stretch videos, meditation stuff, all kinds of good things for you guys to access. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome afternoon, and use these stretches and massages to help your friends and the people in your life. Have an awesome day. Thanks.